Happening now, Jamestown Police Chief Harry Snellings refutes claims of police brutality. A man who allegedly threw a cell phone at a baby is facing charges. And legislator George Borrello joins me in studio today, Wednesday, June 21st, 2017.
Live and on demand from the Chautauqua Audio Works Studios, where interest-free financing is just a phone call away. This is Morning News Now.
And a big good morning to you. It's 63 degrees with cloudy skies outside of our downtown studios. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Kyle Heelis. Our top story today, Jamestown police refute brutality claims.
That's right, Kyle. Jamestown Police Chief Harry Snellings refutes claims that his officers assaulted 3 teenage boys during a Monday morning raid on Falconer Street. Snellings told WNY News Now that police went to the house looking for Jordan Thayer, who was wanted on 4 warrants. Snellings said that when police arrived, they encountered several teens who tried to prevent them from making an arrest. 2 people were arrested during the raid, including Thayer. A full statement from Snellings and the JPD is available right now at our website. It's WNYNewsNow.com.
Police say a Jamestown woman was injured after she was struck by a cell phone that was thrown at her while she was holding her baby. Police have charged 29-year-old Brian Carroll with several felonies, including criminal contempt because of a prior order to stay away from her. He's due in court this afternoon.
Next here on Morning News Now, weather officials say the crazy weather in Frewsburg on Sunday wasn't caused by a tornado.
Good morning, everybody, and happy first day of summer. Let's take a look at our boater forecast if you want to hit the waterways today. The water temperature in Lake Erie is up to 71 degrees off the Buffalo Harbor. Winds west-southwest 9 to 14 knots and a wave height of 2 feet or less. And on Lake Ontario, the water temperature is 62 degrees off the coast of Rochester. Westerly wind around 10 to 15 knots and a wave height of 1 to 3 feet. Now let's check on our tropical mischief in the Gulf. Potential Tropical Cyclone 3 was upgraded to Tropical Storm Cindy yesterday afternoon, but it still lacks a well-defined center of circulation. Sustained winds have shot up to 60 miles an hour, and it's moving slowly towards the northwest at 8. Landfall still looks to be near the Louisiana-Texas Gulf Coast as a tropical storm before weakening into a depression near Shreveport. However, the greatest impacts from Cindy are occurring well eastward of the center. Some spots could easily see over a foot of rainfall, leading to some serious flooding issues. But getting back home, here's your skyline weather forecast for today, Wednesday. A mostly sunny sky. We will mention the chance of an isolated shower through the day, but I don't expect that. Highs in the lower 70s. For tonight, a mostly clear sky. Patchy fog develops late, mainly in the Allegheny River Valley and near the Pennsylvania line. Lows in the mid-50s. And for tomorrow, patchy southern tier fog burns off by late morning, with showers arriving in the afternoon. Daytime highs around average in the upper 70s. From the Skyline Weather Center, I'm forecaster Dakota Hunter. Morning News Now continues right after the break.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the Main Landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
National Weather Service officials have come to a conclusion that there was not a tornado in the Frewsburg area on Sunday night. Forecasters determined that the storm included downburst winds. The determination was made after Weather Service officials discussed the storm with Chautauqua County Emergency Services.
Well, Lynn Development continues their search for a new corporate headquarters after an appellate court in Rochester overturned the group's request to purchase the Sheldon House on Falconer Street. Lynn Development was looking to purchase the property from Jamestown Community College to make their corporate headquarters and also a home for their family. Now, the judge ruled in favor of 3 Lakeview Avenue residents who live near the Sheldon House. Lynn Development had just received a zoning variance to make the residential property into a commercial one. Heather Lynn tells us that the search continues for a new corporate headquarters for Lynn Development. Well, next here on Morning News Now, political corruption, the controversy surrounding the Chautauqua Lake, and a plan to improve the future of our county. All that and more with legislator George Borrello.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Jamestown's newest vape shop is Cloud City, located at 121 East 2nd Street and open 11 to 7 Monday through Saturday. This cool, fresh environment is a great place to hang with friends and vape. Cloud City's expert staff is here to help. Try their in-house flavor, Cloud City, a delicious marshmallow combination, or their flavor of the day for just $3. Whether you're a first-time vapor or an expert puffer, visit Cloud City today.
WNY News Now, community coverage.
April 19th, 2017, a day that may have marked the passing of the torch in Chautauqua County government.
Since I have done some things I really wanted to do to go spend the time with the grandkids, but I could never, ever look any one of you in the eye if I wasn't confident that there was someone behind, someone ready to go.
On that day, an emotional Vince Horrigan choked back tears as he told the crowd that George Borrello is the man for so many reasons.
We just had a major flood in Silver Creek and Sunset Bay, and George handed me a very big check as a contribution to help with the Red Cross of taking care of those who had been devastated by the flood. It's there where I saw his heart in caring for the people for Chautauqua County that he was really, really ready to go.
WNY News Now with Justin Gould.
And welcome back to WNY News Now, Morning News Now. Last week, County Legislator and Executive Hopeful George Borrello announced, if elected, he will unveil an initiative dubbed Chautauqua Ready. Joining us in studio now to discuss that initiative and his campaign is Legislator Borrello. Good morning, Legislator. Thank you for being here.
Great to be here. Thank you very much.
So, has your understanding of the inner workings of county government deepened since you began your campaign?
Well, you know, I've been a legislator for over 7 years, so I had a pretty deep understanding to begin with, and I've been involved in a lot of initiatives, even many initiatives outside my own district, as being chairman of the Regional Solutions Commission, chairman of Planning and Economic Development Committee, and also working on several other committees and task forces. So I think I was pretty well versed to begin with.
What were your thoughts when you were up on that stage with Horrigan and he was kind of giving the reins, turning the reins over to you?
Humble because he's done a fantastic job. There are big shoes to fill with Vince Horrigan and his administration, and I'm very glad that he has asked me to run in his place so that I can carry on the good work that he's done, which is why my campaign theme is Elevating Chautauqua County, because Vince Horrigan has brought us forward, and I want to elevate us to the next level.
So, Legislator Borrello, back in April during your campaign announcement, you said that the biggest problem for Chautauqua County is its continued population loss. You stated that you would release a 10-point plan in the weeks following your campaign. Now, does this Chautauqua Ready plan that you released last week, is that different than your 10 points, or are those the same?
No, it is. In fact, the 10-point, the Elevating Chautauqua County plan, the 10-point plan, was released the following day after that. So I have copies if you need copies. But that's the 10-point plan, and there were some supporting documents that went along with that. The proactive economic development strategy, and also a strategy on identifying and how to maximize CFA grant applications. Since then, we have put out a couple other things, and the Chautauqua Ready program is the latest part of that. And it all fits into the puzzle.
Yeah. So what is the Chautauqua Ready program? How will it be implemented if you are indeed elected?
Sure. So there's already a good head start with this. It basically is about shovel-ready and near shovel-ready sites which we have 10 right now around the county, which is great. But the bigger part of it is having better coordination between all the stakeholders, which is the municipalities, the organizations that are involved in this. So what we're trying to do with the Chautauqua Ready program is to not only prepare more sites for development so we can attract developers, but also make sure that everybody's singing from the same sheet of music, in the sense that all the municipalities involved are all on the same page for that particular piece of land, because we can provide all kinds of great incentives through the IDA and else, and the state and everything else. But if it gets down to that the nitty-gritty at the local level, whether it's a town, village, city, and there are obstacles there, that can derail the whole process. So we want to make sure that everyone along the way is on the same page, and we know what the obstacles may be, and we can address those in advance. We want to remove the obstacles to make development as easy as possible.
So you basically, at the very end of getting through all of the process of starting a business and maybe moving in somewhere, you want a place that people can actually like break ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Usually when things like this happen, they happen quickly, and so we need to be ready. I'm not really thinking of spec buildings, because we want people to build the building that they need, not the building that we think that they need. But we want to have everything ready, and that means utilities. That means the various permitting that has to be done, especially some of the burdensome state permitting. There's a lot needs to be done to get those lands prepared, and if we can jump through those hoops in advance, that way that developer can come in. It helps even the playing field with those we might be competing with, whether it's other counties or other states. So I think it's a very important part to development.
Do you think that the state has too many regulations on business?
Clearly, yes. We are the most overregulated state in the nation. We're overtaxed, we're overregulated, and we're overburdened by government. So what we have to do here in Chautauqua County is we have to be the diamond in the rough. And we can do that by leveling the playing field, like I talked about. So we want people to understand that coming to Chautauqua County means you're going to get fair treatment, and we're going to help you prosper, and we're going to help you elevate your business, as well as the businesses that are here as well, because let's not forget about those folks that have been here and started their businesses here. So like you have and like I have. So it's important for us to remember that as well. So relieving that burden as much as possible, as much as within our control, is what I want to do.
So let's switch gears here. There's been several instances of political corruption within Chautauqua County, most notably Dunkirk's former mayor being indicted and sentenced on wire fraud. What can you say to citizens that might be concerned that the county government is still corrupted in some ways?
Yeah. Well, of course, that's different from county government, the mayor's race. We have good government in Chautauqua County, I can tell you that. And people, I think I'm proud, as well as every other member of the legislature is proud of the government that we have, Democrat and Republican. When it comes to corruption, I'll say this, I'm going to be retiring from a very lucrative private sector career job so that I can serve the people of Chautauqua County full time. So I'm in this for the purest reasons, and that is to make Chautauqua County better, because I want it to be better for me, for my family, and for everyone else. So it's certainly my intention to move forward in an honest way, an open way with the people of Chautauqua County, as I have been as a legislator and as I will be as county executive.
Why do you think there's that disconnect with politicians between the constituent and the politician? Sometimes there's no trust.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So if you look at polls, what you find is the higher you get in government, level of government, the lower the trust is, the approval ratings. You look at Congress and their approval ratings in the single digits at times. But people tend to trust local government more because they tend to know those people. And it's more than just party, and it's more than rhetoric. It's the real issues. I've had a strong record of working with people from all political parties and all political philosophies, because that's important. Because what's important to me and important to the people of Chautauqua County has nothing to do with party. So I will tell you that I think the disconnect is further up the chain, and I think we are very accessible in the local level, and we are working very well together at the local level between county and local governments.
So another contentious issue countywide is the weeds on Chautauqua Lake, particularly the blue-green algae that's causing quite a bit of problems for lakeside homeowners. Why do you think this is so important and such a big issue to clean up our lake?
Well, there's a number of reasons why, but I guess first thing you can say is that the areas around Chautauqua Lake comprise about 1% of the land mass in Chautauqua County, but they pay 24% of the property taxes. So certainly keeping that lake healthy is important for the value of those properties. And let's not forget that it's a huge economic driver because of tourism. People come from all over to come to the Institute, to come to the lake. So those are very important reasons why we want to keep that lake healthy.
What do you think we can do to clean it up?
Well, there's several efforts that are already going on right now. One of the most important things is you need to treat the disease and not the symptoms. Cutting weeds is great, and they're going to continue to do that, but some things that are being done that really people don't see is through things like the Soil and Water Board, the County Soil and Water Board, where they're doing stream bank stabilizations and other projects to stop the inflow of pollution into those tributaries that lead into the lake. That's what causes the weeds to grow. So those are the important projects that don't get the coverage that the cutting weeds in the lake does, but are super important to making sure they're actually addressing the disease and not just the symptoms.
And that's true. We can think back to fourth grade science almost. The watershed, most of the problems, they come from outside of the lake areas. And, when it comes down to cutting down the weeds, I know there's a large group of people who want to treat it with chemicals and things like that, and there's another group that kind of wants to take an alternate route. Where do you stand on that?
We just completed the macrophyte management study. Macrophytes are weeds. And we had to have that study done in order to move to the next level. I think it's really, a large group of different options that we have to pursue. I don't think there's one good answer. I think in some areas we may look at using, chemicals and defoliants and herbicides potentially, if it can be done, environmentally responsibly. And other areas, there'll be other answers. So it's really a whole series of different things that we're looking at and that have been done and continue to be done. But with this macrophyte management study being completed now, that opens up a lot of new possibilities. So that was a big step forward.
All right, Legislator Barillo, that's all the time we have for this morning. Thank you so much for being on our program. We hope to have you back.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And that is it for today. God willing, we're back tomorrow with another edition. Be sure to join our social media revolution. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's at WNY News Now. We're the site that brings coverage first.